All right, it's Thursday, which means it is time for Deviant Futures. I'm going to go around really quickly and introduce the players so we can get right into it. And what am I forgetting first? VTT is Roll20, and character models are made using Hero Forge. So let's go around. Shadow, I don't think I've actually had you go first.
I don't keep track. So hello, everybody. I am Shadow, also known as the True Shadowmancer. Uh, you can find me here occasionally on Sunday nights, in addition to the game tonight, on Sundays in Gorgeous Theta as Gerard Saint Germain. I'm also one of the founders of Desperate Dice Rollers. Feel free to come check out our Discord channel if you get a chance and hang out and talk to a few folks there. I'm also found hanging out in the Dirty 20 Discord as well. And before we get too far into tonight, I will give everybody a warning. When you give the DM latitude and the DM gives you toys to play with, willing to accept the consequences.
Yeah, this episode should have been called Consequences and not Three-Way Tie. But that is something I have learned now. Let's go to Nick.
Oh, I am Nick, currently playing Karan, the Ferryman of the Sticks. Right now on Thursdays. That's all I'm really doing. Otherwise, I'm hanging out on the Dirty 20 Discord. I mostly lurk, but occasionally you'll see me online. It's fine. I'm just here.
All right. Eddie?
Hi, my name is Eddie Elfman. I'm an Edmonton-based voice actor. I've been away for a minute, but it's great to be back here on Thursday nights playing Mizio, the Oathbreaker Paladin, who is off gallivanting with Tiamat right now, and maybe is on his way back to the party to come hang out. We've leveled up since then, which is great to hear. And you can find me in other locations on the internet, on Instagram, on the TikTok. You can find some of the audiobooks that I have done out on Audible. That is in the link tree as well. Go check them out. Go give them a review. That would be greatly appreciated. And then Monday nights, you can find me here, this exact same channel, exact same time, playing Cheryl Daw, the debutante that's into some witchy business. As I will be back. Yes, audiobooks plural. Thank you very much. There is two. There is Omegus Rage, and then there is the Ethereal War short story collection, which is the second book I've ever produced. That's a little bit of a shorter, cheaper book if you want to dip your toes into what it's like to listen to me for God knows how long. Anyways.
Your name on Zoom got me. I'm just going to tell you. And the Scarlet Adventurer.
Hey, I'm the Scarlet Adventurer. I play Hati here. On Thursdays, I play Booker on Sundays. And on Tuesdays, I play Red Death. Other than that, when I'm not here, I am working with Bravely Broken. And I'm working with Tango Productions to create Bravely Broken. It's a lot of fun. It's been some crazy stuff going on, and I look forward to being able to bring some stuff, hopefully sometime soon.
There is a YouTube channel that put some stuff out because they were part of our filming.
Yes.
I don't have the link up right now.
No, we will add that to our list of links sometime soon.
Yep. Okay. So, Widja, Hati, Garon, and Grunk all enter a portal right as Hati has pulled, you said 4 cards out of the deck? Yeah. And Widja very quickly pulling 3 more cards out of the deck of many things. This unfortunately means that Charon, you kind of feel it happen. You get pulled out and away from them. And where you end up is at the feet of Mizio in the throne room of Tiamat. But before we get to there, Hati and Widja, you end up in a very dark place. There is no sound. There is no light. There is nothing here but darkness.
Yes.
This doesn't look like my stop.
No, 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 no. This is
Because it's
Uh,
not. Hello, Hati, again. You've come back.
yeah. Yeah, I did. No intention to stay too long, so we're just gonna hop on through and
Up.
there's no door.
No, of course there's not. Why would there be a door? And this voice is just coming from all around you. Remember, you're in my world now. Again.
Yeah, I'm not giving you another conduit.
You don't need another conduit. You already did enough.
A friend of yours, Hottie?
You remember how I mentioned that I made a deal with the Nothing? This is the Nothing. He's also called Chaos and a few other choice words, but
Have
he's
many
the
names.
primordial of primordials before the befores. He's the Nothing.
I exist. I am here. And your world has
And yet
really
he
enjoyed
doesn't.
pushing me out.
That was not my call.
Well, I mean, Witch's world. I just threw you into this one because I thought it would be fun. The story has been great thus far.
Yeah, not exactly my world, but I'm in agreement. I mean, that place needs a little bit more shaking and rattling and rolling.
Which you all woke me up. Finally! Oh, they've kept me so quiet for such a long time. And that little pity, I don't know his name. He's the one who's kind of, taken my place in the world. At least my representation. He was a judge. I think you met him, if I'm remembering your story correctly. Yes, you did remember. You did meet him. Us. I don't exactly know what term to use anymore. But you would your cards, and you kind of see your 4 cards or 3 cards pop up in front of you, which, if I remember correctly, you said was Comet, Flames,
Jester.
Two other pulls.
Flames, Jester, and the Void.
Right. We started with the Jester, then the Flames, then the Comet. No.
No.
Void.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
You got all 5 of them.
okay.
Six
So
and 1. Yeah.
I
Oh,
would. Oh, which one again?
idiot.
Idiot too. So, yeah, that's exactly kind of the song that's in my head as well. So, 2 of those really kind of, what is the word I'm looking for? Knocks each other out. So, I mean, what I was going to do was bring your old friend Pazuzu, one of my many, many, friends who kind of follow me, and they kind of fit the flames, and they kind of fit, the skull. So I was kind of making those 2 together, and then, then you can just use the comment, and then you'll be out of the phylactery as well. Ta-da!
What you're saying is this is a 2-for deal.
Exactly. Because I really don't want to see him again. He's, out of all of my creations, he's my least favorite. He's just the most problematic, I guess. there's good chaos, and then of course there's bad chaos, and he really likes the bad type of chaos and doing things that I don't like.
Well, entropy does have its downsides. But if I'm doing chaos a favor, I'm all in.
So let's skip to the end part of it, where you are free, and we don't have to worry about that anymore. Sound good?
If we skip to the end and I fail, that means I go back to the beginning anyway, right?
Exactly. So why don't you do one of those fun things for me that you call rolling, and roll me just a d20, and I'll say if you succeed or not.
Probably the easiest fight I've ever had in my life.
Exactly, you succeed. That's all we needed. And in case anyone's wondering, he got a 19, so as close to a 20 as you can get.
Without
And-
being, but
Yeah. And now, Hati, you kind of feel its attention turn towards you.
Yeah, I don't like any of this.
Of course you don't. You didn't like me to begin with. What did you call me? Insane?
No, I called you a crock pot of madness.
Exactly. But that's okay. So, what did you get again? Because your luck seems to be with Hecate.
Yeah, that was well, I got the fates, the night, the moon, and the comet.
Such good luck.
I know.
Of
Sometimes
course she-
sometimes the gods love me
Of
because I'm
course.
so
she-
dashingly charming.
All right. And where were you headed? Where am I supposed to send you to? Because your person protecting you.
I genuinely don't know. I was just we were going to go and cause some chaos. That was the thing, right?
Yeah. I know where to send you all.
Oh dear. I hate this.
But
strap in and enjoy the ride.
trust me, when you land, just wait to look in the mirror. And you guys are out of the darkness. And your feet are in snow.
Well, we're
I'm
back.
going to cut away from you guys for a moment and go to Mizio and Narfi. Almost called you Fenrir. Oops. Wrong one. Mizio,
Yes.
as you are standing about to cross the bridge, before you can really walk another foot forward, you enter Tiamat's throne room.
Trying to not act surprised or taken off guard, immediately drops to a knee and goes,
with-
"My queen."
With Jinx beside you.
Does she kneel as well?
You kind of see the queen look and go, "Oh, I am sorry, you are not part of my court. You are actually part of Lord Asmodeus. Oh, right. Please do not start a war." And you see her open a portal underneath Jinx that drops her and makes her disappear. That could have been horrific. We do not need another war on our hands. We have one at our gates. So I need some answers. What is
Yes.
going on out there?
Give me a moment. It's just such a breath of fresh air to look into your eyes. Mizio, paying attention to what's been going on, goes, "We're trying to stop the god from the being," and he starts to relate. It's been a minute for me. I apologize. We were trying to get the original primordial from coming back to existence, and there was a ceremony site.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
We're trying to locate a ritual site that would have all these aspects of different elements of the universe to try and raise the primordial being.
Interesting. So you're trying to bring in something.
Trying
And
to
with
stop
that-
them from bringing in something.
And with that, Charon actually kind of lands at your feet with a thud. Just out of nowhere.
Hello. Is he like all right?
He should be fine.
Okay.
It's just kind of, yeah, thank you. He's fine.
It was a 15. It's also a month, so landing
Yeah.
is not exactly difficult.
Yeah. Okay.
Nothing spectacular, just there.
Yeah.
Reaches out for like the superhero forearm grasp to pick him up if I'm standing.
You know this entity?
Yes. He's a
I believe we've
He's
met
a-
before.
It has been some time. Fair, correct?
Aye, Ferryman of the Sticks.
It has been some time.
Anyway, Your Highness, what do you require?
Do you have any news? Either of you? Any?
Geez.
We have a military front knocking at our gates that just continue to come. They are a swarm of locusts for us, and yet we can't get rid of them. And we don't understand how they keep showing up. When we destroy their front lines one evening, the next morning they have more.
I mean, any territories they're taking over there. Not subjugating, that's a nice way to put it. They're taking the people and adding to their army. That we know. They're making a mockery of death, and the death of the courthouse is taking refuge with Hecate.
The courthouse is destroyed, you say.
Well, I did not say just yet. Yes, it is currently in shambles by the hand of Aether.
He's back.
Oh.
Is,
Yes.
was, might continue to be.
Interesting.
But that aside, I find it prudent to try to bring back the father of Aeon while also trying to prevent him from being brought back from his cage.
Father of Aeon? I thought Aeon was the primordial, was the father. If you mean the father of El, which would be Aeon, your plan is to bring him back.
I want the time one and I want the harvest one dead.
Interesting. All right.
Names are hard. There's too many.
This is one of the many reasons why I travel with this fine man.
Interesting. All right. Where do I need to send you off to? Where is the rest of your friends? I guess you call them.
Is there a shard within your domain?
Within ours, no. We know that they are trying to de-seat me and put in whatever.
The queen seems to be struggling with the word.
Kill off. We kill off their. Oh my!
It is fine, my queen. I know you're flustered,
muted?
but you're back. You're back with us.
All right.
She was speaking in tongues for a moment. Old
Then
draconic.
could it be the power of a shard which brings back the army?
They must have one, is all I can think.
Okay.
But at the moment we are holding them off. If you are needed elsewhere, we can send you. You just need to tell us. Are you able to go into contact with your friends?
Ooh.
They were sent off by Hecate. We know not where, but it was in idea to separate in order to cover more ground.
I would not follow that idea since. And she quiets for a moment and lets you listen, and you can hear the sounds of battle, and they're very close. They are ants and do not stop.
No, I do not have the ability to talk to our compatriots across this distance. Jinx did, but she was sent away.
I did not need an angry Asmodeus at the moment.
Oh, I would never question your judgment, my queen.
May I ask if you have word from the Hells?
They are fighting their own battles. They are apparently, I don't understand why, searching for one of the lords. A Desdemona, I believe, was the name that we were asked about. And have been asked about. Many times.
Speaking with Hecate, there's a reason.
All right.
She's needed for the summoning.
Well, she's not here. I would not store such a creature within my realm.
What you store is between you and your paladin and your husband, and that which is under your domain.
Thank you.
So while I agree that there's a strength in numbers, where do you see best to put us?
Again, with your friends. Whatever they are dealing with is probably much worse than what we are.
Everything is worse and only getting worse by the day.
My 2 sons, they went missing some time ago. If you can find them, I know that I have a feeling that they are somewhere within their armies, if you are correct, that they are taking others for their plans. May I ask you to find them? If they
Of
truly
course.
You will need to sneak into their camp, find my sons, give them their names back. Because as my understanding, that's the what is the word? The best way to bring them back out of this mess.
Okay. And what is their names?
You will have to understand I will not give their real names away, as that is unsafe. But the names our family called them was Azul Iro.
Azur Iruro.
Iroho.
I will possibly need you to spell it for me in some text-based communication, but yes.
Okay.
Oh, yes. This is quite old draconic. I'm rusty. Is Bahamut in the room?
He's just sitting there, kind of arms crossed, like always, saying nothing, angry.
And
And the
I
minute
suspect
and the
that
minute he brings up the kids, you can see him get even angrier. Like, why'd you give this to them? They just.
and I suspect that they are not your children, Bahamut, or are they of
They
your
are, of
blood?
course, mine.
I apologize if I brought any disrespect or assumptions. It's just if they were my sons. We will make sure that we infiltrate the camp and get your children back to you, my queen.
Quietly. We request.
Yes.
We don't want all-out war if we can have it happen.
Okay.
Are there any skills we can look out for to identify the...
Their names are very much their looks.
And they're in the camp. Where's the camp located?
It's literally surrounding the city.
Just surrounding the city?
Yep.
Okay.
And
And it's a bunch of angels that are besieging the city?
Yep.
Angels and quote angels.
Yes.
Okay.
They are angels.
Okay, wicked. Wicked, wicked, wicked. Okay.
Cool. Okay, how do you feel for the whole, sneaking thing?
Well, it's
I
a
will-
bit complicated.
Let you have time to plan. You may have a room, and she points into the direction of the hallway, for you all to take rest and time
Okay.
if needed. And with that, we will cut back to Hati and Wujia.
Yeah, when the door closes and it's just me and Narfi
Yeah.
in the room together, I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. But no plan. No plan, but we have to do this. That's it.
I mean, I'm fine with rescuing the two, but if it's possible to grab a shard at the same time, that would be
Oh yes, of course.
not to disrespect your queen, but would be a bit better use of our time.
You know, two birds, one sword.
Let us speak.
Hati and Wujia. Feet in the snow, standing outside of the burned remains of the house that you've been to before. From the other side, though, you can hear yelling.
For a place that's so supposedly abandoned, this gets a lot of foot traffic.
Yeah, I'd say that. Oh God, this is. Did he give it back? Oh, this
Give
is gonna be fun.
What did you say, Wujia?
I'm sorry, did I hear you correctly? What did he give you back?
In exchange for coming here, I had to sort of give up a lot of what I had and the strength I had. Hati looks at the 4 cards he has, one of which is now burned away. The Fates. It looks like I never had to give it up.
So what you're saying is you got rickrolled.
I'm unfamiliar with this expression, but yes, I got rickrolled.
Right. Party's getting funner by the moment. Should we go find out what all the noise is about?
Oh, absolutely. And Hati walks in a wolf form that's slightly larger than what you remember it being.
Right. And I take to the air and knock an arrow.
You immediately see Adele basically holding Gabriel by the shirt up against a wall. And you hear her saying, "You can't lie to me anymore. I know what the scar actually means now. It's not a birthmark. So be honest. What happened to me?"
I'm waiting to hear his response.
I'm also curious about this.
He sits for a moment, and you just hear him. "You don't understand. I did what I could. I've been trying to be the best father I can." Bullshit!
He kind of walks around the corner a bit.
They have not noticed you. But you hear her go on. Fathers don't do what you did. Fathers don't bring back to life over and over and over again because you can't take us being gone. And you both will see it. She drops her image fully. And you see effectively a patchwork doll of just different pieces, and her eyes are two totally different colors. One's almost reptilian-esque. The other is unknown. If they actually saw me like this, a monster, and she puts it back up just as quickly, you know what they would do. So what did you actually do to me?
Are we the us you are referring
Yes.
to with that?
She is. She's referring to
Oh
the
no, I
party.
said that just specifically to her.
Oh,
You know, that kind of hurts me right here.
Because frankly, I don't give a shit.
Is that what you think when you look at me? A patchwork monster?
hardly.
Then why do
As
you
you
think?
watch her release him,
And I'm pointing at Gabriel. You don't go anywhere. You've already had one introduction to my sword. I'd love to introduce you to the rest of the friends in the quiver. Run, and I'll make it happen.
Hottie puts a paw on Gabriel's knee, just presses down with a little bit of pressure, enough to pin him to the floor.
and you get him kind of, I have always been on your side.
Yeah, well, there's being on your side, and then there's tearing a person apart and putting them back together.
Never teared her apart.
Are you not listening
Never
to me? Just,
listen to me.
Oh, we don't care what you have to say.
no, Heidi. Hold on just a moment. You say she never listens to you, but I've heard more in the past 2 minutes. You have apparently heard from her in her lifetime. One doesn't have to be physically torn apart to be ripped apart. Adele, drop the disguise.
And you watch it.
And you, Gabriel, look. Not at me, at her. And don't look at the physical scars. I know you can see what's inside.
I try to do what was best.
There's a snap directly about where his nose would be.
Best for who? Adele or yourself?
For her. She decided to be a front-line fighter when I told her not to be. I can't help that.
What do I need to roll to break his leg?
Honey,
I would do strength saving or strength throw.
Okay. I will wait for Widget to say what he's saying.
you tried to do. You got mad because she was a frontline fighter. All I'm hearing is I want, I did, I said. I haven't yet heard you say her, other than as a possessive. Tell me how what you are doing is any better than these bastards that I've been sending back to the entropy.
You want to know what happened? Fine. When we went to stop Ragnarok, she went into where we thought Fenrir was caged. To our surprise, he wasn't. And he wasn't alone either. We had no clue. And when he impaled her, and she was gone, truly gone, there was nothing I had a choice to do.
There's always a choice.
Yeah, you could have honored her decision.
How?
Where
She
did you
was-
put the children?
And even almost as if at that, you see two young men run up. Blonde hair, that kind of blonde hair, dirty blonde hair, with purple eyes. Two young men, about in their 20s. And the first one, the older one, just, whoa, Fen, come on, man. I know he's a shithead, and I know he's an asshole, but still my dad.
I'm not Fenrir. And I take a big sniff. And you are not his son.
I don't know what you're on about, but that's my father. He raised me. He's been there for me, even with the freak. Which, why do you look like that? But please.
There is a snarling. Bloody, frothing snarling.
Listen, I know you don't know me. My name's Emil. I'm Gabe's kid. This is my brother Samuel. If he goes, I take his job, and I'm not ready to do that, dude. I'm really not. I just came back from the Fae.
Funny thing about the Fae, we don't give a fuck about you.
Would ya?
I know that
Gabriel? Tell them who they are.
they're my sons.
No. Because I am not your son.
Of course you're not. They are.
They are not yours.
I didn't need two more destroyers.
And you can actually see a wolfish smile. And he looks to the children. Are you listening to him?
You see Emil immediately pull up a sword. I am not much of a fighter, but I will protect him if I need be. If you know so much about me, what happened to my mother?
That I can't tell you. But I can tell you what happened to your father.
And you see Gabe kind of panic. I already told you what happened. Mara?
No. What did you do to my mother? Coward.
And he looks to Adele for your answer. After Fenrir killed her, I needed parts.
And we roll for strength. Does a 22 break his leg?
Yep. Because he
He
fails
just
his
puts
saving.
more of his weight.
He just put more of he failed his technically savings throw.
Yep.
And Emil walks up to you. Listen, I really don't know who you are. or why you're torturing my dad.
Kid, how's your sense of smell?
Doesn't matter.
It does. What do I smell like?
Don't. He told me never not to look that way. Ignore
Look
it.
that way now. Why would a man... Sorry, man's the wrong word. Why would a scumbag be someone you need to care about what they think? You've watched what they've done to people. Smell.
You just see him get angry. No, I have a mission, I have a job, I have a duty. I have a duty to my family. The freak killed my mom.
No!
He killed your mom.
Mara was not your mother. I don't even know who this Mara was.
Hey. Primordial of water. The freak burned her alive.
No. Your mother's name was Angbroda. Brotha.
Use that word freak one more time. I'll cut your tongue out.
I'd rather you not cut out my tongue.
You didn't say freak, he did.
Yeah. But if he were to bother and take a sniff, he'd know why I said mine.
And you see him throw his sword down. Son of a bitch.
Now you're getting closer to it.
Why? Can... And he looks back to Adele one more time and to Samuel. I'm pulling the troops out. We don't need to be here.
You stay. You and Samuel stay.
I will be back.
No.
Let me get them out of here. If you're being honest, if you're being truthful, they're innocents. Just like me. Just like Samuel.
How long have they been fighting in the army?
These are recruits, kids.
Then send them home.
I'm gonna be honest, we don't have a home. Not one, if you're right, that matters anymore.
You do have one. But you're not going to like who. But you may have some issue calling who's who dad.
You see him turn around, and he makes a point in shoulder checking Adele as he leaves. Just see her. Thanks, love you too.
I'm sorry, Aunt.
He's always been like that. He's never liked me.
He's about to learn who you actually are.
You know, when his head's been filled with lies about what has happened. You, Gabriel, you're a piece of work.
You stole me from him.
I tried to do the right thing.
No, you did what was right for you.
You ever hear what they paved the road to hell with?
But intentions.
Yeah, you just bricked your way straight to the heart.
What are you gonna do if you end me? If you take this shard that you so desperately need from my chest, guess who wakes up tomorrow in my shoes?
Well, already gave my opinion on that. Adele,
Stop. This one is mine. And he changes into his humanoid form, still standing on the broken knee he shattered.
Hottie, don't point out. Kill him. I will
Oh,
never forgive
he's not going to die. I have much worse planned for him. And Hati places a hand on Gabriel's skull. There was a man I met ages past. A warrior calling himself the Scarred Adventurer. And his mind had been broken and shattered. And from pain that never goes away. You see, he was born a cursed child. And he is trapped like this forever. You, my friend. And a wish card begins to activate. In one of his wish, the moon card, a third of it vanishes.
Mhm.
As he holds it up. You shall receive the curse of the Scarred Adventurer. Pain everlasting that you can neither escape from nor die from. Pain that you cannot remove. Pain that will send an immortal like you to frenzy. And I'm starting you at where he's at currently, not where he's at when he started. And he snaps his finger and causes the curse of what is essentially an eternally shrieking migraine into the mind of Gabriel.
You see him like grab his head, go to scream. The scream can't come out because of how much pain he's in as he falls down to a whimper.
You're handling it better than I thought.
I will make you pay for this.
No. No, I've made you pay for taking me away from my father. My name is Hati Hrothvidnesen. I am son of Fenrir. And you are nothing to me.
And what is
False
she?
god.
The amalgamation.
He just kicks him in the teeth. Parts of her are my mom. Otherwise, she's my aunt. So fuck off. And if you really cared about her, you'd never call her an amalgamation. And Hati takes him just for a bit and throws him just away as he lets the silent shrieks of agony slowly overtake him.
As you do, Emil and Samuel walk back. I did what I could. I've never really been good with magic, so I couldn't unpurge them. I couldn't give them back their memories, but I tried.
Of course you're not good with magic. We never were. And I turned to look directly at him with a face that looks like his.
Yeah. With that, we're going to cut back to Charon and Mizio. So, have you come up with a plan?
So we're surrounded.
Yes.
Yes.
Can you take Zelakis and try to figure out where they might have a camp?
Yes, I could probably fly around. I was wondering if there's any heavily armored soldiers. I don't really have any way of disguising myself, but I'm sure there's some angels on their side that have, big wings and
There
maybe.
are actually, since they have been at this for a few days, there are a couple of dragons that they have taken in and changed to be on their side.
So I could pretend to be an angelic warrior. We could persuade our way through.
Effectively, you could call yourself a mercenary for the angels, which is what they call those that don't look human.
I relay that as well. How does that make you feel?
It's something. We still don't know where we're going. And asking
Yes.
for any specific names.
Well, I do have the ability to locate items. That is one of my skills. And I don't know if I could locate creature. It might be out of my wheelhouse.
If I met them before, I might have a better chance. But
Oh,
no, I haven't met this Azul or Rojo.
what if you knew what they look like?
What they look like doesn't help me.
Okay.
And
I mean, looking for a mixture of like a Tiamat Bahamut, maybe, but even that's not guaranteed.
Mm-hmm.
what you hear from the outside hall, you start to hear screams.
I will open up the door.
To begin the plan.
Draw my sword.
As you hear Tiamat down the hall. What are you doing in my throne room?
Who do I
I
see?
take to the shadows.
Now, it is Fenrir
Oh.
and Loki are in the throne room.
For a moment, it looks like Mizio's gonna like just full on throw his sword, like long sword. But he like takes a moment, and goes, oh, and just listens to the conversation.
You see Loki like go very big and bow. Well, I know you're obviously here for some type of trickery. I don't need this right now. We're actually here to help you. Hopefully. You see, we're kind of looking for the rest of the party that we were supposed to accompany, and I kind of got bored and distracted and let them get thrown to the wind. So I'm kind of in trouble, and I really need to find them.
Nope, I'm leaving. I need to find them.
Do you know where they might be, Your Highness, Majesty? I don't know what to call you. I'm not good with titles. That is not something in our stuff. I'm just gonna shut up right now because I don't know what to do. As Loki, you can watch flounder because he does not know how to react to a queen in the least bit.
So we should probably go.
Yes, let's get the hell out of here. And he's gonna go, and I guess Zelakis is gonna like come out of the room that we were in.
Poor Loki and Ben.
And we're gonna try and
yeah, poor Fenrir's just sitting there like,
get out.
how are you escaping? The way you came in? Or
Well, we came in through
We
portal,
just showed up.
yeah.
so we're gonna, I imagine, try and.
Is there a window?
Okay, roll me both. Roll stealth for your in your room escape. This is
Okay.
not great.
Sounds good.
Also trying to
Is there a window?
Technically, yes, there is a window. There
Okay.
was all windows on that corridor, and you were on a window on the exit, not into a
Oh shit. Okay.
courtyard.
Cool. Then, how far down does it seem?
It's a good like 20, 30 feet.
Oh, I can jump that. That's fine.
So 13 for Mizio and 11 for Zelakis for
Yeah,
stealth.
you both are getting heard. You at least for Zelakis especially, you hear the sound of horse hooves on
I
like
mean,
marble floors.
I'll give you an acrobatics for the landing if you want. Unless you really want stealth, which I'm good with too.
Let roll acrobatics as well. Let's see how bad this goes.
The 16.
Yeah, you're with that you get out of the window fine, but you are heard in the room.
Yeah, that's fine. They're just chasing us into a war zone. That's a them problem.
Yes.
Yeah, you're getting followed by because you hear Loki go, I can I go? And she's like, just go, please. I don't need you here. Please go. And yes, Your Majesty, Highness, I don't know how to react to you.
Um,
And as thanks, how
if
are
we're
you
trying
getting?
to if we're trying to book it, Mizio's gonna let down like a piece of rope
Mhm.
or a length of rope down to Narfi for him to hold on to, and he's gonna fly Zelakis. And if there's any, is there like rooftops to go between? Like, I'm not gonna full on carry Narfi from
No,
like.
not here.
Okay.
May I ask what Zelki's fly speed is?
His fly speed is 90 feet.
Okay, sure. Yeah, no, that is much faster than I can go.
So it's like I imagine that we're going some direction, but if you can hold on to
I mean,
just
I'm
like
more than
a
happy to
rope.
climb the rope if you'd like.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. Absolutely. So just give hopefully the Zelakis can like fly with us, and we're gonna kind of just strafe the area and see what we see for the surrounding encampment to see if there's any like
How high?
important
So you guys are just flying out of the window, correct?
out of the window and then get an aerial view of the
Oh,
the
yeah,
took
with a
off,
situation.
20.
I jumped and grabbed.
Yeah, with a 22.
I mean,
Mhm.
I don't know what our current perspective is that we're looking from.
No, you guys can see the entirety of the city. So it looks like to you like this. And then you can see a larger ring on the outskirts that is military based.
Okay.
There's very obviously to the north what would be considered a excuse me, I'm so sorry, y'all. Considered a general's camp, effectively. So this is where the highest of ranking officers would be.
As much as it's more dangerous, I would suspect there is our best bet.
Yes, let's get relatively close.
I will add right before you guys exit through the window and leave, you hear Loki go, there you
Yeah, he's
are! Very
gonna
excitedly.
yeah try and get Zelakis to go faster. Yeah, I suppose just try our best to kind of fly low and not really like necessarily stealthy, but low and fast until we're past the walls and land and get Zelakis to be
Right. We're
more or less
mercenaries
like a
looking for
horse.
orders, so
Yes, yes, we're. Oh, do you want to say that we're reporting to a couple people,
what are we
or we'll
reporting?
just? No, we're reporting to Azul and Rojo. Or no? Do you think that they don't have a? They probably aren't going by
No, they
their
don't go by
names.
those names.
Fair, fair. Say that
I mean, the red and
we're
the
looking
blue,
for orders.
whatever.
Sure. But we yes. Maybe we can provide some information about the city or something to. But we'll see how it goes.
We were scouts coming back. Whatever. Anyway, we're almost there.
Okay.
As you go, I'm just going to do this because this is what they would do, unfortunately. You see Fen and Loki kind of hopping across rooftops, trying to keep up with you guys. Like,
Okay.
you're kind of, you hear every so often Loki trying to yell something to you.
Okay.
But from your height, you can't hear what he's saying.
If we talk to him, he disappears. So the more we ignore him, the longer he sticks around.
Good. And it's honestly great cover. If they're chasing us,
Oh, yeah.
we could say they're trying to stop us from relaying the information that we've just gathered. Something like that. Okay.
So where do you land? How far away from the generals?
If the generals is at 12 o'clock, we'll land at like 10:30.
I'd say 100 feet from the camp.
All right.
Sure. Yeah. 11 o'clock, something like that. 100 feet.
We land and keep running.
Yes, like we're galloping to get into some sort of act like we're meant to be there.
Oh, yeah.
You get it as you land. Fen and Loki finally catch up to you guys. Okay, that was terrible. Why do you like her so much? You know what? I'm not going to ask that question because I don't need her murdering me at the moment. Again. Again? I don't know if it's again this time. I don't remember anymore. I spent way too long in the void, but that's okay. I'm okay now.
Busy. Doing a favor. Looking for a former red and blue dragon. Maybe.
Okay. Do you need me then? Or
If you can point in a direction, it means we don't have to, infiltrate a camp.
well, I mean,
Yes.
if they're mercs for the angels,
We don't assume they were mercenaries. They were likely converted.
to mercenaries. That's kind of what they do to anyone that they can't get to look and point itself.
Okay,
Human.
cool. Actually, wait. You might be the perfect person.
Excuse me, what?
They use disguise magic, do they not?
I mean,
Undo as much as you can.
I mean, I can try. Absolutely.
I mean, go
Just
cause
have-
mayhem.
Yes.
You're allowing me?
Oh, yes. These are the
It's a
bad guys.
battlefield. Go.
And you see him, and Fen kind of bites at his jacket, stopping him. And you guys get telepathically. Can we not, cause massive amounts of damage?
Damage that we're just causing chaos. Damage is up to the soldiers how they respond to no longer being disguised.
All right. Just let's go.
You stay safe.
You too.
Right.
And as you let me do this really quick. As you walk in front of you stands effectively what would seem to be Michael. As
Cool.
he looks at you guys. Are you new mercenaries from?
Doesn't matter.
I don't know anymore. From the heavens?
Again, doesn't matter. What would be our orders?
If you're mercs, I need you to go set up with the 2 other new ones. They apparently have a lot of knowledge of the area and need something. I don't know. I
Yes,
don't
sir.
exactly speak Draconic.
As you wish. Point us in a direction and by your lead.
There, any points? Leave the tent. Go east, or just walk away from the center, from the town. There are 2 very large dragons. The fact that they gave them to us like idiots. Brilliant. Just go and find them. Shouldn't be that far. They also have a cannon that they said should blow down the wall finally.
By your leave.
Wonderful.
Right.
Mizio does like the stomp when you leave attention and then begins marching towards the direction of the dragon boys. Great.
And
I
you
make
also
off as
hear
fast as you.
I have no time for those. Oh, once it's just humans again, it'll be better.
I say in Narfi's head, do you think the shard is inside of that man's body, or do you think it's elsewhere?
It's never fun looking for these stupid things. They talk back.
Of course. Well, after we remind these boys who they are, we should go find it.
I mean, I'm gonna see if if there's
And
any.
it's not that far. You can see the cannon, and you can see two dragons who are looking at it very confused, to say the least.
Oh,
Stroll up. Hail and well met.
May the heavens ever guide you.
Of course.
how old do they seem?
They're effectively like in their 20s. Maybe the older one may be in his 30s.
So they seem like adult dragons, is what we're getting
Yes.
the feeling of? Okay.
Yes. And they
I am
almost
adult.
look very much like Mizio because they've taken on this more human-esque form.
Mm.
So they're standing on two legs, their wings are out. One is a bright, vibrant red with
Mhm.
black markings on the face into the horns, while the other is just a blue version of effectively the same. They're twins.
What are your orders?
Blow down the wall, get Michael in with the shard, get us out of here.
That is very cut and dry. It's wonderful to be a part of an army that knows what it's doing. The shard.
Is something amiss with the cannon?
We can't figure it out. We get it set up, get it ready to fire, and next thing we know, it stopped working again.
Strange. You know what I'd like to do before I tackle any issue? Is I'd like to pray. Would you pray with me, brothers?
We don't exactly do that as much anymore. We were told not to because it could interrupt not conversations. And the one you've been talking to is the red one. The blue one seems, I don't mean to say this cruelly, he's much dumber.
Well, I'm gonna smile and I'm gonna try and say, I understand, but it is always good for the soul. I'm gonna try and use persuasion for 17.
Yep, yeah. I'm gonna just say these two are not bright.
I put my hands around each of their shoulders and we do a nice prayer circle. I'm not, for some reason, Mizio leaves Narfi out of it and he just kind of
I'm
like
gonna
gives
go
a
look at the
wink.
cannon in the meantime.
And puts the head together and he goes, yes, it is of primary importance that we thank ourselves for our existence and our knowledge, and it is incredibly important that we remember. He's going to command both of them to remember, and you go, who we are. Azul and Rojo. And he's going to hopefully bypass any other shenanigans by getting them to with the command
The
spell.
fact
So I
that you
need,
just used command, yeah, I'm going to repeat this. They're not intelligent. They did
Great.
not they did not get the intelligent genes from their parents. And
Good stuff.
both kind of look at you for a moment. You know that look when someone wakes up from a really long nap or a really long sleep? That is kind of the look in their eyes. And they're like, what are we?
You have had your mind melded with, messed with. We're in the middle of an enemy's camp. They've tried to take you away from your mother. And
The
your
queen and our father the king.
yes.
And looks over to the blue, who you realize he's using sign language to talk.
Okay.
And he looks, and yes, I know, we got captured by the angel, and then we woke up here. All right. We were the ones destroying the cannon when we were us. Thank you. You must be one of Mother's champions.
Yes, and we're working something out right now. Getting to know each other. We don't really want to put a label on it right now, but it's wonderful to meet both of you.
Us too. That's our family names, if I'm honest. Mother does not give out. Mother does not give out.
Stop reading the comments.
Damn it! I thought I could get away with it. Chat's away. I thought I could get away with it. Yes, she's not had a champion in a while, so it's nice to know that she's happy.
There is nothing easier in my life than my desire and my
Trust me, you do not need to talk with the flowery language around us. We've met the other champions before. Some of them can get very graphic.
Oh,
We do not need that.
No.
Especially about what our mom does.
of course.
And you just see the blue just go,
Yes. Well, regardless, I'm glad to see you both in good health. You were going to sabotage this cannon. Maybe we can create a explosive distraction for you two to make your escape back into the city.
they look at each other. We'll take care of that. You go on ahead.
Okay.
If your
That
adventure-
shard.
Yeah, it's in a box. It doesn't have a home yet. They were planning on putting it into my mother's throne.
Okay.
It needs a
Oh.
seat of power. But if you
Interesting.
just take the box, right now it can't do anything. Well, it
Good.
talks.
Yeah,
Really
that's fine.
quickly, but
Okay. All right, so
and
you will-
that guy in there's he's the new one. Not everything's downloaded yet. If you catch my drift.
yes, I think so.
Yeah.
All right. I will leave you to it. Make sure. Maybe I will send over the general to the Oh,
Send him over here. I'd rather
Okay.
not.
Oh, he has bigger problems.
right.
Exactly.
Oh, no,
If I'm
like
correct.
we
Oh,
released the trickster on the army.
Oh,
you
yes.
released the trickster deity.
Perhaps.
You know where one is? We've
Not
heard
anyone
they
followed us.
Oh, you fall.
the
That's
gods
weird.
are kind of obsessed with me right now, but I'm
It's
one
fine,
god
no
type of follower.
Interesting. All right. And you yes, thank you from both of us.
What should we report back?
Don't worry. We'll go back to my mother once we fix this.
No, to your commanding officer or former commanding officer.
Oh, yeah, we're just gonna keep out here and fix the cannon for a little bit longer.
I will let them know. I'll let him know that it required a more specialist touch than we could provide.
Exactly. I think the best way to get the box is just tell him you're gonna move it.
I mean, I'll just tell him we can sneak it in.
Perfect. That works too. He's not, again, all there yet. In a couple of days, he might be, and then he'll be mad. But it'll
Well,
be
that
too
sounds
late.
like a him problem.
So if you guys just want to roll me stealth, or no, how are you guys gonna do this?
I mean, it sounds like we're doing you want to do persuasion or you want to do performance?
I can sweet talk people. I can do persuasion or
I mean-
intimidation. Those are my two social strong suits. So
You know what? I'll try to wow him with a sleight of hand ring or like trying to explain to him why we want to completely change the current plan.
So give me those rolls.
okay. 16.
I love how we average all day. It's great.
Oh, we both got 16. Wonderful.
Yeah. Okay. So let's hear what you say to Baby Michael. That's what I'm gonna call him. I don't have a term.
Baby Mikey.
So what do you say to him too?
I
Because
think
again,
this
like
is
you're basically going to tell him that you can get it in, and he's just gonna take it, right?
yeah, Narfi is going to try and come up with some excellent plan. So go ahead.
You're the mouth.
Oh, yeah. Oh, of course. My liege, it has come to our attention that while the gates come down, there is a northwestern portcullis that will get rocketed open. It is in our best interest as a attacking force for us to move the shard towards the throne seat and place it while the defenses are unawares.
And do you think you can do that right now?
Oh, absolutely.
Right. If that plan works, that plan works. Let's see how it goes.
Right. I get the
Did he have
box.
anything? Did he have anything in his pocket?
No.
No. Disappoints me. Okay.
It is literally in just a small box sitting next to him.
Okay.
And he hands it over to you. If that works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
So wise. He's gonna walk away.
Just remember, if you both die out there, it is not our company's current protocol to tell your families. We have
Of
too many
course.
to worry about. Thank
I
you.
appreciate your concern.
You're done.
And it will be done.
And he goes back to whatever insanity he was doing. And
So
you
we
guys
take the
now
box and leave.
have the shard.
Yes.
And you can hear
Just-
the screams of people coming from the battlefield, or the main encampment.
So we just like fly back, right? Or where do you want to go from here?
We have a shard, so going back to the throne was a terrible idea. But we should cross over and try to rendezvous with Loki.
Okay. Let's try and find. I'd like to try and find our other compatriots if at all possible. But I
Okay.
have no clue of where they are.
Loki would know where, or at least a rough
Alright.
idea. And he can
All
also
right,
get
I'm
us
going
there.
to try and. If do we have an idea of where all the mayhem is coming from?
Oh, you can literally see the trail of
Okay,
it, of
lovely.
him just walking through, and you kind of just see every so often just poof as something falls to the ground and screams are heard. because people are suddenly starting to look like Drung and half elves and just all of these.
Oh,
And
This is too diverse of an army. I didn't agree to this. Yeah, great. Yeah, we're gonna stroll up and I'm gonna mentally say
no
to
one's
Loki
paying attention to you at all, and he's just having fun right now, being like, yes, and you wake up, and you wake up, and you wake up. Oh,
I'm glad you're having the time of your life. We have our side done. Do you mind sending us to the
Oh,
the
let's
hot
go.
tea? Okay, cool.
I can
Nice.
find them
That's what I was hoping for.
and just get on. Fan, do you mind if they just ride you all so I can just get us all there in one go? I don't want to have to go back and forth. As he goes, you know, I can just open it big enough, and he snaps and opens a portal right underneath you guys without warning. So
Oh,
you were just
All right.
drop it.
Without
Right.
warning, but I was entirely expecting it.
but you're
Yeah,
a monk,
you
so
would
you
be.
land perfectly.
You would be expecting it, unfortunately, Narfi, because you're used to this shit with him. Where they literally, for Hati and Wutja, all you see is Fenrir, Loki, not Wutja, Narfi, and Mizio just kind of about 5 feet off the ground land in front of you.
With
I'm
all
gonna
that-
pull the kids
Or
out of the
land
way.
behind you.
I'm gonna pull the kids out of the way, make sure that they're not in the path of falling.
It's fine. So we recovered a shard. How'd you make out?
So good news, Gabriel's not gonna be a problem anymore. Better news, yeah, Fenrir, here's your kids.
I don't have kids. I've already told you this.
No, you don't have me. You have these two.
And he looks at them and he looks back at you. That's Emil and Samuel.
Emil, you've had a good chance to sniff.
And Emil just kind of looks at you very pissed off.
Then you're a stepdad as well.
My Gabriel is currently over there and points to what looks like a snow poof right now with the snow coming down, whimpering in pain.
Yeah, that was me.
What are these two kids?
Well, long story short, so complete and total jackass over there killed a lovely woman named Voluspa to fix Adele after Adele had died, and then stole the children of Voluspa and Fenrir, and then made them his because he sucks.
That's pretty terrible.
Yeah,
And the
It
kids
is.
don't remember?
Not only do they not remember, the asshole told them that Adele did it.
and killed their not mom.
If the kids are both upset, it's just gonna stare at them
They're
as he's
not
gonna
exactly kids, they're adults.
go. All right.
They're in their 20s.
All right.
They're
The
kids.
adult children.
Yes.
Is gonna stare and just go, let's see if this works again. Remember, and he's just gonna cast command on both of them.
You have to remember. Remember.
This isn't a Jedi mind trick. This is the hammer upside the head.
You have
Oh, also, Mizio, if you're gonna do that, Fenrir too.
Yes, I'll cast it at 3rd level instead of 2nd.
Ben looks at you. You don't have to. As he turns back into volley. The minute you said it about me killing Adele, it came back.
I didn't actually say you killed her. I just said she died. But yeah, you got there.
Yeah, because I didn't know who she was. She walked in and I guess was doing her job.
Yeah, because of.
Yeah. Which makes sense why they scared me so much. Ow. That's not
And,
the way, is it?
and after you killed Adele, Brain Dead back there decided to piece her back together with other people.
Specifically your wife.
And at this point, let's see if anyone is it notice? Is that what I'm
You want perception,
By
right?
passive
yeah.
perception. Or which
I have
one
a
you
passive
want?
perception of 17.
Give me both passive and regular.
I have a passive perception of 17.
Passive of 11.
Oh, I can't crack a 32.
It's
Oh,
a
yes, I
third
No
rolled an
one.
one
8.
can.
No,
Passive is higher at 15.
you said 17, and if you roll perception?
I already got an 11.
Okay.
Even still, if I rolled a 25, which is only 2 less than my max, I wouldn't be able to see her anyways. Let's see if I can roll a better stealth. Nope.
You
No.
equal
Actually,
on the
I
second
managed
roll.
to equal it on the second.
Equal.
Yeah.
Um,
My stealth
You know,
modifier is pretty
she-
damn close.
she pieced out.
All right.
Oh, son of a bitch. We actually need her.
Because the minute she saw the portal open, she pieced out. She did not want to be seen in that form.
How fast can she move?
40? Why are you so slow?
Yeah,
Which
using the lovely ability of instincts, if she's downwind, I can smell her within 40 feet of me.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna run around like crazy using my 60 speed in Wolf.
Okay.
Do I just have to roll higher than a 19?
Yes.
Okay, for perception, right?
Yes.
All right. So where are we going next?
14 and a 25, but with no, I can't ask for I can't ask for advantage.
Yeah.
Knowing her smell.
No, actually, that would.
Oh, cool.
And that makes sense to me. She didn't go far.
Yeah, I've grabbed her by the scruff of the neck and I'm pulling her back.
She's in the basement.
Oh,
You
okay.
can't get out of the hole of the wolf.
No, I will get into the basement as well. Then I'll just sit across from her.
She's facing the same corner she was when she met Twilight.
Was I there when she met Twilight?
Nope.
No.
It was only Charon.
Yeah. If no one else is there, then that means nothing to me.
You guys can go in. It is not just him who can go in to talk to her.
I mean, when people run off, usually it's because they want space. So I'm gonna, acknowledge that want or that kind of request. Alright.
Yes, I'll keep an idea of where he is. Is it on the horizon or is it
No, it is. You guys are literally right outside of the same building
okay,
that
that's
you've
fine.
been at before. With the
Oh
basement.
yes. Maybe I'll
Just kind of disappeared and went in there to hide.
yes.
We're just going to go in.
I'll be within screaming distance if anyone starts yelling at someone, but not I don't want to eavesdrop.
Okay. I'm gonna try to talk to Loki to figure out where we should be going next.
Yeah.
It's not
Hottie,
like we're necessarily in a rush, but
Hati is sitting across where he's waiting.
Then you're sitting on her back.
Yep.
Or towards her back.
Yep.
Because she has her hood up and she's just sitting there looking at the wall.
Hottie, let me talk
Yeah.
to her.
Okay.
Go sniff somebody's butt or whatever it is you do when you need to make yourself useful.
I don't know. I guess I could kick Gabriel around a bit more.
I wouldn't say no to that.
I'll get some people to join in. Maybe we can play volleyball or something. Maybe I can get Dad to play and get in, and then it's volley kicking.
I heard of this game called Hacky Sack.
Ah, yeah.
He's got a nice one dangling there, so go ahead, go knock yourself out.
I don't know if he'll be able to feel it over top of all the other pain he's in. But yeah, sure. Let's see. I'll be back. I also want to chat with. But yeah. And he leaves.
All right. They're gone.
Sorry, this wasn't a form I remembered until the memory came back of Fenrir chomping through me.
Yeah. Memories can be a bitch when you actually have them. But I can't say I know exactly what you're going through. But I know you can look at me. I know that I've been through it.
You've been through being lied to your entire life. Centuries of lives. Only to realize that the one entity you thought you could trust is the one who's been hurting you all along.
Can't say yes or no to that. Still a bunch of cobwebs up here. And no matter how much Mizio will try to command it out of me, the brain cells are dead. They ain't coming back. What I'm trying to get through to you, Adele, is you're not a monster any more than I am.
Technically more so.
No.
Remember, I'm a destroyer.
They call you a destroyer. They also shackled Charon because they were afraid of him.
And apparently my nephews, sons. I don't know what term to use here.
Yeah, we'll call it an Arkansas relationship and be down there.
It's
Not a job at anybody from Arkansas, just so you know. But you can only be what you let them make you be. You have to make those decisions.
part of that issue is I don't know. I've never had the chance to know. I've always been who they've made me to be. Weapon, tool, amalgamation.
Okay.
No.
I'm going to go into the realms of the obvious here. While I'm not God tier, I wasn't always this way. I had no choice in being made into this. Someone tore me apart, put me back together with other people's pieces, and made me into a weapon. I don't feel sorry for myself, and I don't want you to feel sorry for yourself because, yeah, you had no choice in that. The choice you get now is what are you going to do with it? You get to decide from this point on. And fuck their opinions.
If you wouldn't mind. I don't want to be your all's babysitter any longer.
I never
I've-
wanted you to be in the first place.
that was my mission. Protect you all so that you didn't get killed.
Babes,
See, I'm not exactly the best. I got Everfull killed.
Everfull got himself killed. And that was same lecture I just gave Gabesy. Honor the decision he made. Don't kick yourself over it. That was his call. Babysitting us? I don't think Mother Teresa could babysit us without losing sanity.
Yeah, that's why they sent in a second one.
A second what?
Babysitter. Your friend Jinx. Similar mission.
Yeah, and how often have we listened to her?
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying.
Yeah. But you're getting the point. You don't want to be our caretaker? Don't be. Do it what you think you need to be done. Take control of your life.
What I am requesting of you, if it does not a bother, is if I can travel with you.
I got no issues with it. I know that the others have no issues with it. We've been so concerned every time you disappear. I think we're babysitting you.
Trust me, and as she gets up, you kind of see with her, she does a weird mix of the white with the stitching. So you still see the scars of her stitching, but it's over the white that she's been using.
You do
I
you.
kind of like this look. Keep my scars at the forefront of who I am.
Can't say I disagree.
I just hope the Tiamat's favorite at the moment doesn't try and kill me.
I'm at your side. He goes for you, got to go through me.
All right, then. As she stands up and starts to dust herself off, they must have recently had a memory come through here. The ash is horrific in here right now.
What do we do about it?
Just let it. It's gonna keep burning.
Got it. What about Gabesy?
Let him suffer.
I
He
can-
did it plenty to me, and I can almost guarantee that there are others, but we need to get something out of him first.
The shard.
Yeah, he's the third. El kind of made that kind of brilliant.
Leave that to me.
With his state right now, it won't be hard. Warning though, there's a high chance it might kill him. But at least he won't end up in the river.
I can live with those odds.
He doesn't get to go through again.
No.
And honestly, if we get the shard out completely, not only will he be immortal and in pain, but also powerless. He will never be able to purge again.
You're singing my song.
Let's go take care of that then.
Radio.
and she will go up the hole in front of you. Mizio and Charon. What
Dawn
walks
arises.
out? Adele walks out of the burned building, but now with multiple scars across her face in different directions, and probably one here as well. And scars very evident on her hands.
What emotion does she appear to have on her face that I can tell?
Determination.
Tell. Good to see you. It's been a while.
It has. I'm glad you're not too freaked out by me. Most are.
Not at all.
And she
And then when Woodja like comes out of the hole, he goes, "Oh my god! Sorry, it's been a minute."
Yeah, I know you're not used to seeing my face. You're usually facing the other direction in the ground, but you know.
Yes. Well,
Glad to see you.
good to
I'm
see
a-
you. Let's finish Gabe off.
I mean, do you need precision, or are you looking for just like disappear?
I actually need someone with precision on this.
I mean, I may know a thing or two about medicine. I mean, if Hati would like to assist or be the lead, and I will assist. Oh, we can do it. We can tag team.
And
Hati, I know you've
Emil,
been wanting to dig into them this whole time. Get up here. You're not getting out of
Emil
this.
steps forward. Can you?
Hmm?
What are you all planning?
Oh, we got to take
See.
something out of him.
surgery.
He's anchored to a shard, and we need to remove said shard.
But well, if I'm understanding this correctly, the shards are what can make them live, right?
If we do it
Mhm.
right, he'll survive.
You have the best. What are they called? Physicians, Hati? This far north?
Yeah, I guess they're physicians. Although I'll probably let you take care of this a bit more. I've got this and that bit.
I prefer not to accidentally perform doctor-assisted homicide, sir.
All right.
If I can, maybe. Emil pipes up. He looks down at Gabriel. If it's true what he has done to me, to Samuel, to others, then let me just say one thing to him, in case. And he walks over, and you see him pull his foot back and kick him right in the stomach once. That's for me. He does it again. That's for Samuel. Does it a third time. And that's for Cecilia. If I ever see you again, I won't be so kind. As he walks away.
Right. You ready for this?
Hati, I did remember something. I occasionally forget this, but I don't exactly see. So, you're gonna be the one to operate.
All right. Well,
I
you
can tell you
tell
where the
me
shard is.
That's all we need to know.
I can't see, so you have to do it.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I can't exactly see. I don't exactly see right now.
I'd like to aid by using lay on hands and cure wounds to stop the bleeding in select spots if anyone makes a mistake. But besides that, maybe I can make a magic scalpel. I don't know.
No, I don't need that. And honestly, I'm gonna be doing it like this. And he turns wolf.
It's okay.
I
Mm.
weirdly
Just
have more
don't kill
control
him.
this way.
Oh no.
I know,
I
and that's
know.
why I asked her to do it.
Hey,
I'm gonna kneel by his head and hold it between my knees and look him in the eyes. Not gonna lie, this is probably gonna hurt a lot.
yeah,
My head.
sit down on these legs, I suppose. Keep him
I-
also restrained.
It appears the shard is in your stomach. We're doing nothing to your head, sir.
Right.
And
If I'm getting some assistance with medicine, then I'm gonna need it.
I do
Yeah,
not have proficiency.
I have proficiency in nature, not medicine.
Hmm.
Roll nature, and I'll have everyone else roll
25.
I'm gonna just
Got an 11.
No,
14.
Okay, and would you?
just keep your mind off of all of this. You see, there was this necromancer once. He took great pleasure to tearing people apart, making other people out of them. Unfortunately, he died before I could do anything to tell him how badly I felt about that. Do you get to be his proxy?
You see him, and you can tell he wants to run, but can't, as he has a broken leg, a dragonborn sitting on his legs. You holding his head. Karen, are you holding the arms by chance? That's the
I'm
only
holding
part.
the arms and prepared to punch if need be.
Okay.
Oh, we're
And
talking hands of healing, by the way. It still hurts, but you don't die.
mhm. Yeah, with the 25, you succeed.
all right, now just to sew him back up. Or I could just do this, and he just bites the flesh back together like a
He's-
staple,
Yeah.
but it pierces through and it's messy.
It's not sanitary. He's gonna take his sword. He's gonna branding smite it and just sear.
He screams throughout the entire thing.
Yeah.
We smile as a unit.
No, I'm not. I'm not smiling. This is gross. Why are you smiling?
There's not a smile on my face.
Monty's obviously enjoying this, Karen.
He's enjoying the screaming. He's
know.
not enjoying much else.
Yeah, he has screamed the entire time.
There's something. There's something that Hand of Healing does. It's like it can remove a minor condition. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I think so, yeah.
So we're just going to give him one of those at the end, just to make sure he survives.
Yeah, he's cursing you guys out as he is in horrific amounts of pain now, both in his head and
Everywhere
in
else.
his stomach.
And you know what? The next time you decide to piece somebody together because you don't want to let them go, remember this. Because I guarantee eventually they will.
And the next time I see your faces, will be
Oh,
an-
shut up! No one cares what you think.
I punch him in the face.
Give me it. Give me the attack with advantage.
I get an 18. I mean, yeah, he's pinned down, so it's going to be an 18.
Actually, that misses. That's.
You know what? I'm just gonna take an eye.
Yeah.
See if
Yeah.
that works. Does 29 hit?
Wow.
Yes. That hits.
Woods
Okay.
just stands up and walks away.
Yep.
He's not worth it, guys.
Nope.
Yeah. I'm just stuck. Someone help me.
You got
You
your
got yourself into an issue. You can get yourself out of your own issue.
No, I mean I can't, the claws aren't good enough to pull the eyeball off the other claw.
Well, whose fault is that?
You can
This
turn
guy's
back
fault.
into. You can turn back into your walking self.
Yeah, okay. And I do need to do one quick thing. And Hati walks over to a shadowy area and disappears with a 33 stealth.
So do we put the shards together in a box? In the same box or a different box?
I think we should keep them apart until we need to get to the point we need to do it.
If I'm correct, if we put them together, Aeon is going to show up.
Okay, and what are you
Not
going to do
yet.
with yours?
She looks into her bag. I mean, and holds up. It's a sizable chunk now of shards that she's been collecting of L. I mean, I have what, 4 towns worth now?
Yes.
Puts it back in. And worst case scenario, he starts.
He possesses you?
Yeah, I mean that is worst case, but I've been okay thus far.
He needs you, and that's the second problem.
Yeah, that's the problem with being a key. I'm kind of have to open his gate.
Oh, also that one. Hati also has a key.
Who?
Hati has a key.
How is Hati a key?
He ate it.
You.
Don't ask. We see
I
nothing
didn't
else.
eat mine.
Huh?
I literally haven't eaten mine. But boy, did I try.
All right, so
This is said out of character, by the way. I'm not here.
yeah, I figured.
Yeah, just making sure continuity straight, which is cool.
Yep. All right, so Hati is a key. I am a key. So we have 2 keys.
And we don't know. Well, we know.
Technically, no. We now have 3 keys.
Who's
We
third?
only need 2 left.
What third are you referring to?
And she points to the very large shard of Aeon. That is a key.
Joy. So who's the 5th?
There are 2 more out there, if I'm correct, if I remember. Sorry, going through memories that have been messed with isn't fun.
I appreciate your effort.
Tamar is 1.
Oh, Des. Okay, so we know them all.
Yes. And I believe because it was the heavens got 1, the servants got 1. No, the heavens had 2. And where'd they all go to again?
Take your
Yes.
time. We still need to figure out where we're going next.
Agreed. If we had Hati back, we'd be able to, make that decision. But
He's nearby. Anyone with wolf skills can track him. But he's not
Vizio
inviting that.
just
It's
calls out to Hati and goes, Hati, where'd you skulk off to?
You hear telepathically, because it's one of the only things he can do quietly.
Okay.
Just to you, Mitsuo, and he goes, I need like 5 minutes.
All right. He'll be back in about 5 minutes.
Right. We're closest to Deathfall, which was the Reeds at one point. The Egyptians' home. It's right over that mountain range.
Well, that sounds like a direction to go.
And she'll start walking towards the temple. Well, are you coming?
Temple to whom? Or is it the one from before?
The one from before.
Okay.
Hi ho, hi ho.
It's off to somewhere we go.
So let's steal a shard and be on our way.
Shouldn't be too hard.
Eh,
Is there anything anyone else wanted to do? I know Hati wanted to have a conversation. Yeah.
Maybe I'll just like have a brief moment where I check in with Tiamat, just kind of looking off into the misty distance and just go, you get your sons back? They make their way back to you.
They did. Thank you. I missed them dearly. And they seem to have caused much chaos here,
Oh,
as there
Very
are many
effective.
people who are now waking back up. And it's spreading very quickly.
Beautiful. Well, hopefully the siege dies down as a result.
Hopefully. Thank you again,
Anything you ask.
my champion. And she hangs up the call.
Mitsuo walks taller.
Before we start the thing I'm going to do,
Okay.
I don't need someone to follow me. This is a little like I'm not going off to talk to someone.
Mhm.
I'm going back to the basement Adele was in for a moment.
Okay.
And with that, Hati essentially grabs a few things out, changes back to a humanoid form, and grabs a few things out, essentially making a little mound and a pole coming out of it.
Mhm.
A little placard that he writes, that he writes Voluspa on, and just underneath it says "beloved mother." As he sits there and he lets the facade drain from him for a moment, and he stops being cheerful, sarcastic jackass. He does make one quick request. He does kind of send a message off to Hecate very briefly,
Mhm.
just asking, I know that this isn't, I don't ask for favors very often, but I just want you to soundproof this room for a minute.
I can. May I request why you want to be alone?
It hurts. I miss her. I miss him. I just want. I don't want them to know that I'm like this. I don't want to. I am he who hates. I don't need them to see the pain behind my hatred. I know that they would understand. And they would be supportive and wonderful. But I have no wish to burden them. I wish to say goodbye. As I'd hoped I would be able to see her again once I got here. And today I learned I can't.
That is understandable. But please remember, technically, Fenrir is up there.
He's with his sons.
They are not his. They do not know him.
They will get to. They will get to know what this Fenrir is.
I don't believe you understand me. When they were taken, they were pups.
I know.
When she was killed, I saw what happened. She fought valiantly. The angels were surprised at her being there. If she had not been there, Fenrir would have died, as would have her children.
And please tell. Then I will tell them that. But I need that man, no matter how much I want him to be, cannot be my father. But he can be theirs. It is too late for me.
That you misunderstand still. He cannot. Gabriel made sure that that can never happen.
And I will take care of the children. They may be adults, but they are still children.
They are shackled.
Then we will teach them to break their chains.
As is your uncle.
Hati looks at the card of the moon and weighs his options for a moment. And puts it back and goes very much a, when they are ready, I will unshackle them. But they must be there and ready for themselves.
I worry Emil would go to do brave, stupid, but brave things.
He can be tempered by his family. I know you say that they cannot be a family. But honestly, I find that to be...
He has too much hate in his heart.
Emil?
Yes.
Of course he does.
He blames too much. Samuel, who is to take the role of Uriel in a couple of days' time,
What?
is also too far gone. Emil will be taking Gabriel's spot since he is no longer competent to do so once he is found.
Then they will not be.
And Samuel is to report within a fortnight's time.
They will not be.
If you can find them, I wish you luck. Their minds are set on their paths.
Then I will send one that is set on his. And he pulls out the night card and burns it, summoning an old friend. One that he mentioned briefly earlier in this episode.
And with that, I'll actually put the curtain down.
There's
With-
one last.
Oh, go ahead.
It's just if the room becomes soundproof.
It is.
Yeah.
She made it soundproof before the
Oh.
conversation started.
She really could have said that.
She did.
She didn't. Hati finally gives a last goodbye to his mother. But before he gets the night to come, before he summons the night, he screams in anger and agony and 100 broken promises.
And that's where we'll put and that's where we'll put the curtain for the night. Thank you guys so much. I did have to put chat away, but it looks like you guys were very busy. All right. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you got to here, you obviously liked it, so please subscribe to this Twitch? Is that it?
No, subscribe.
Yeah,
Well, if
subscribe.
I'm confusing YouTube and I'm confusing YouTube and Twitch.
Follow us on Twitch.
Subscribe.
Subscribe to us on YouTube.
There we go.
And everywhere else you can. Follow us. Stalk us like
Yeah.
a crazy, insane person obsessed with us. Do it.
Take clippings of my hair. I'm challenging.
Yeah, just have a good night, y'all. Yeah, this is only going one way, and the crazy train is full choo choo. Yep.
Choo choo.
All right.
That's what the train says.
Yeah. All right. Hey, y'all, because I can't do the outro. My brain's gone.
Be good to each other.
Yes.
Goodbye.
Be nice to each other, y'all.